So I want to quickly show you how you can access your Vagrant shells. So you just type in, open up your terminal and type Vagrant SSH. And what this will do is this will open up access into your Scotch box. So this is accessing directly into the server. You can list out and you can see folders.
This video is brought to you by EpiPies Academy.
Using typical Linux commands, and there's quite a few online that you can access, and you can learn more about how to work within your Scotch box that you've just created. So if you do want to customize. And when you're complete, you can always exit out just by typing exit, and that will close that connection into the Scotch box, and that will bring you back into your regular system files and your system folders. There are ways to actually update Scotch box into PHP 7, so if you need to do that, there's a way to do that as well. So I'm going to actually list those instructions. There's a few options as well to install set a host name. So on a Windows machine, again, you could go into your host file on your Windows machine and you can set those as well, and that would give you the ability not to just use that IP address, but you could redirect this to your domain name, your local domain name, and then work with having your machine running and redirecting using the system DNS in order to access your root folder of where your Scotch box is. And you can also create multiple Scotch boxes, so you could have multiple applications running, and the real nice thing about it is that this is all self-contained within this one folder now. So all the files that are needed in order to configure the system with all of these settings is all contained within these files. So if I uploaded these to Git, if I made a commit to Git with all of these files, including the Vagrant file, then we could really easily bring this down and reproduce it wherever necessary. And this is one of the main advantages of installing and using Vagrant, is just that portability of the virtual boxes, that you can bring it over and you can install it on additional machines and have those exact same setups. So as long as you've got internet access, you could download the box, and then all of the configuration information that's needed for the box is contained within these folders. And then when you're completed, when you're finished with the box, you can always destroy it or you could halt it. So they do have the commands here. So these are the most basic commands here. So if you want to pause it, or if you want to destroy the box entirely, you can always do Vagrant destroy, and that will destroy the box and also remove it out of your Oracle install. So that will remove it out from here. And as long as the box is up and running, then you're going to see it running here. So, but if I go into here and if I suspend it, so if I do Vagrant, Vagrant Suspend, that will pause the box, and we see that right now it's saving and it's pausing. So the box is now paused. So if I created another one, I could run that one and so on. And then whenever I'm ready to go again with it, I can do a Vagrant Up, and that will bring my box back up. And it will take it'll do a few checks just to make sure that everything is still up and ready and up to date. And it will boot up fairly quickly because it doesn't actually have to download all of the files as it did before.